Hello, my name is Heidi. I'm a project worker at the Cambridge YMCA. We work with young people from 16 to the age of 25. We're open 365 days a year, 7 days a week, and there's always staff 24/7. And I'd like to introduce you to the rest of the team in the support office.
Hi, I'm David and I'm one of the 6 project workers here at Cambridge.
Hi, my name's Sam and I'm also a project worker.
Hi, my name's Andrew and I'm also a project worker. Hi, my name's Max and I'm also a project worker.
And my name's Dora and I am too.
Hello, my name's Joanne. I'm the housing manager here at Queen Anne House. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you and hope that you have a great stay here at the YMCA.
Give me your name and title here at the YMCA.
David Goodyear, Life and Social Skills Coordinator. 2 years.
2 years you've been here at the YMCA.
Yes, I have.
Fantastic. So in those 2 years, what have you done? Well, let's start at the very beginning. What is a Life and Social Skills Coordinator? What do you do specifically?
What I do specifically is to work with the young people here regarding what their ambitions are and what their goals are. One of the better jobs here is working more one-to-one with the young people, whereas if they need funding, say to go and do a course or something like that, then I can try and raise the money to go on the course. We do resident meetings. Within a resident meeting, young people will bring up to me what they want to do. I'm just basically trying to make things happen that are brought up to me, really. We're very big here at the YMCA regarding resident participation. So also if I'm going to external meetings with the council or to other projects, national lottery, which we'll go into in a minute, stuff like that, then the young people will come with me. And it's about their voice.
Fantastic. So you mentioned the National Lottery. So what kind of link do you guys have with that?
What we've got with the National Lottery now is this was also resident-led. We have a resident president here, and the resident president at the time came to a couple of meetings with me, and then when I did a phone interview with the lottery and with the chief executive and a few other directors and things like that, which I think at the time we were the only organisation who'd gone in for it who actually used a young person in our final interview. I think that tipped it a bit actually, and we got $500,000 a year.
$500,000 a year?
No. $500,000 over 5 years.
Fantastic.
$500,000 over 5 years.
So,
about £80,000 a year.
And what does that money go towards? How does that work?
The way that works, because that is also now young people led. So we have a young person's lottery panel, and they meet once a quarter. And what each project has to do, say from here or the YMCA Peterborough, is they just come up with a project that they want to do. They have business planning, how much it's going to cost, how long they want to go for, and what they want to do. They put that forward to the young people's panel, and they will agree it all, say, no, actually, we think we can spend something better.
So what kind of things has this particularly funded in the past so far? What kind of projects have you guys done?
The project that it's funded in the past is we're just coming to the end of a 15-week project, an arts project, which, I mean, what the young people said at the beginning is they'd just like to be able to express themselves through art. Our company, Ghetto Wise, came in, really good company, and because what they were able to do was they were to give them a choice. It wasn't just a case of them coming in and going, right, you've got to paint this, you can do graffiti, you can do canvas, you can do whichever way they want to do it. And there's a lot of people, a lot of young people here have been really interested in that, done really well, and now we'll get a presentation at the end of it as well.
Yeah, it's the Arts Award.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier as well that if a young person wanted some sort of course to go on, things like that, you'd help them find. What kind of courses are they usually interested in? What and how do you help them get to the point where they can get on these courses?
Yeah, well, I mean, on the courses, as far as the courses go, I mean, like a young person may come up to me here, just knock on the door and say, Dave, I'm going on a counselling course, and I need $2. Say $16.99 each. Can you? I'll speak to a couple of people. We do have a resident participation pot, stuff like that, and arrange the money and give them the money on that side of it. But just to go back there, one of the brilliant things that we have done as well as part of the National Lottery money is that enabling at least 5 of the young people here a year to be put through their driving lessons from start to finish.
Oh, fantastic. Alright, so what other circumstances do young people see you in then? So far at this point it's kind of one of those, they see you in good lights whenever they need or want something, they kind of come knocking on your door. Is that it? Are you the fun guy in the building so people come talk to you when something happens, or what else do you do in the social, in your role?
Well, I mean, it's mainly, and hopefully that's the way it mainly stays, but I do have the role of, obviously, there's house rules here which people know, when they move in, they sign for and everything like that. There's a lot of people in this building, so we have to have an element of rules. Unfortunately, rules are broken by some, which can lead to an eviction. Part of the process for the young people on an eviction is that they can appeal it, and I'm the person who will do their appeal.
Gotcha. So, I mean, is there anything that you would tell all the young people out there that are watching this right now? You mentioned that they know all the rules. Is that something that they get when they sign up? Do they get a contract and things like that?
Yeah, they get the rules which they sign on interview.
Gotcha.
And they will sign it to say yes, they have read the rules. Not just time it's okay. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
A lot of things can happen. So
it's just making sure, making sure that you actually read the rules. Make sure that you know what's going on and just don't do anything stupid. No, so is there anything, if you had a group of young people or, you know, a young person moving in today, you had the chance to tell them something, what would you say? Anything you want to say to the young people watching this DVD right now?
I just think the young people who come here, you know, look at the bigger picture about being here. Yeah, there's a lot of people here, there's rules in place, there's rules wherever you go, but what the YMCA can offer you is a lot of opportunities. We can offer you funding, we can offer you to get you into placements. It's about embracing and accepting what the YMCA is all about.
So to start off, if you could just give us your name and your job role at the YMCA.
Okay, my name's Joanne. I'm the housing manager. I've been with the YMCA for 8 years. What the housing manager's role entails mainly is to oversee the day-to-day running of the hostel, to ensure that the safety and the future of the young people is paramount, and to obviously, namely, to supervise and manage the staff.
So where do you guys get your funding then for the day-to-day stuff here at the YMCA?
Okay, well our main funders are an organisation called Supporting People, who are government, central government funded. They distribute the money to all accommodation providers, and we also get funded by social services and local authorities.
Fantastic, fantastic. So what obligations are there for the YMCA and for the residents specifically here? You know, what obligations do they have as residents and things?
Okay, well the obligations work twofold, because obviously the obligation of us to deliver a service that is, you know, obviously up to standard, and also for the benefit of the majority of the clients. In terms of what theirs is to obviously sign house rules and to say that they'll adhere to them, as well as signing a licence agreement and a tenancy, which very much a tenancy is a legal document. So that's all about making sure that they understand their rights and what is expected of them in the YMCA. Part of their stay is really fundamentally about engaging with support and ensuring that they get the support that they require, which is done through a support plan, which the key workers work one-to-one, very much kind of based around the individual and what they require. And it's a journey that is seen through the whole 2 years that they can stay here.
Fantastic. So what happens if either side break the agreement, will you say? So what happens if a resident isn't doing what they've signed and agreed to, or what happens if the residents aren't happy with what the YMCA is providing?
Well, pretty much, unfortunately, there is obviously a warning system that we have, and obviously the more details of that are in like the house rules and everything. But the agreement is very much about going through the warning system, and then eventually we could be asked to leave if the worst comes to the worst, which is obviously a very much last resort.
Gotcha. And you mentioned earlier key workers, so I'm guessing key workers are maybe key, part of the pun, in the young people's development here at the YMCA. So tell us a little bit about what the key workers do and what their role is with the young people.
Okay, so they oversee the support plan and they hold a file for every individual person, and they have one-to-one sessions. They look at things like budgeting to make sure that they can pay their rent, because obviously that's another way that they could use their accommodation if they weren't adhering to paying rent and all the rest of it. So they very much kind of coordinate and help for the young person to stay focused on what their career wants to be, or where they are at that point, or if there's relevant agencies that they need to be seeking, that they'll refer to those.
Fantastic. And is it the same thing with that? So then if the young people don't attend key working meetings with their key workers and stuff like that, and don't attend the specific training that you guys put them through, I'm assuming that would also then get into other possible...
Well, like I said, we are funded, so again, it's another twofold thing. Namely, we want them to engage so that they do develop here, otherwise, you know, it becomes quite pointless for them as an experience. But also, obviously, then we would lose our funding, because very much we are audited on what service we provide.
Fantastic. So, just to, you know, as one last thing, if you had the opportunity to tell anything you wanted to the young people moving in, what would that be? This is your chance to do so.
Okay, well, namely, I'd say we are about having fun here. It is about you developing, so please engage and don't be afraid to come and speak to us, because we're all very open and we also like to have fun. So thank you very much.
Why do you guys choose YMCA to work in YMCA?
I like working with young people. I like to see the change. I like to see them develop as people and I like to see them develop their skills. I like to see them in work or education. You know, I really like to, you know, it's just all about change.
For the residents to use the gym, they get given a Hope Bridge card when they move in. Okay, this is tied to the whole of Cambridge. It's an offer that they offer to different people from different homeless communities and backgrounds. And basically, for our gym here, it's a charge of £1.50 per session. When they first come, they'll do an induction with a fully qualified instructor. We'll talk them through all the equipment, how to use it safely, how to use it effectively. Sort of camp-like mini programs if that's what the resident requires. And like I said, and that's £1.50 per session.
No, so is there anything, if you had a group of young people or, you know, a young person moving in today, and you had the chance to tell them something, what would you say? Anything you want to say to the young people watching this DVD right now?
I just think the young people who come here, you know, look at the bigger picture about being here. Yeah, there's a lot of people here, there's rules in place, there's rules wherever you go, but what the YMCA can offer you is a lot of opportunities. You know, we can offer you funding, we can offer you to get you into placements. It's about embracing and accepting what the YMCA is all about.